I'm from a poor family. I lived on a farm. I was born and raised on a farm up to the age of 10. Education for me was instrumental. My first opportunity was when we moved from the farm to the city, and I had the chance to go to school because we didn't have, at that time, schooling at the farm. I received a scholarship, American Field Service, I had been planning for. This was the early 60s. You know, John Kennedy, to the moon, all kinds of great stuff. And so I was very excited. I wanted to come to America. And so I felt America was the land of the free speech, economic development, technology, etc. So I applied and I became an American Field Service scholarship holder, and I went to Texas to finish up high school. That trip to America in 1967-68 changed my life. The chance I had to come and spend 1 year in American high school in a small little town in Texas, West Texas, was phenomenal. And for me, it changed my life for sure, because that gave me all kinds of ideas. I had been thinking of becoming an engineer. Well, by coming to America, I decided to go into business instead of engineering. I decided to come back and get an MBA, and eventually I decided to stay for a PhD, and then I decided to work for a multinational. And I ended up working for 3 large multinationals, Eli Lilly and Johnson & Johnson and Bristol Myers Squibb. When I was working for J&J, I was the representative of J&J of the Council of the Americas. Now, the Council of the Americas is an institution that was formed by David Rockefeller. It was concerned about developing the economies of Latin America. And so one time I was sitting 2 or 3 chairs apart from David Rockefeller, and here I was. And I was thinking in the back of my head, I was saying, wait a minute, this little kid 40 years ago was in a small town on a farm and barely had, we never needed anything, but we had no money, 0 money. And so that is the secret of education. How can you get someone like that, right, a child, and then moving to town, moving to America, going to school. And then I realized that education is the lever. And so I think this is something that for me is very personal. I believe very much in the power of education. Education in Brazil, education in India, education everywhere. And I also value very much the contributions of the higher education system of America, because we have the best universities in the world, the best. And the reason I wanted to come here for my MBA, my PhD eventually, was because of that. Anything that we can do, and I've worked very hard with the legislature and donors to get money for the university to enable us to provide more education for more people. We have about 100,000 alumni. I've graduated about probably 30,000 of those alumni in the past so many years. That is very important. We enabled 30,000 people to have a level of education to go out and face the world. And I can tell you, they're going to be much better prepared to face the world and do well for their families and improve their lot if they have an education versus not having one. Critical.